Okay, so you've had 2 days.
Yeah.
I've been here after work for just the night shift.
2 full days.
2 full days, you. And you're not really working under the best conditions.
Nope. High pressure, a lot of sun, not many clouds. Hot today. It's actually cool 2 days ago, but
there's not much going for us because one, it's not really our style of water. That's a challenge. 2, we're fishing a new lake. Especially like under the last, like the weather conditions for the last couple of days. That's the toughest thing about fishing a new lake.
yep.
But what do you know so far? Lay down.
Well, I know we've seen 2 fish. It's not the 100% negative feedback.
You're thinking though that the majority of the fish are in the basin.
It's hard to say. I think a majority of fish are in open water, and when you look at the open water out there, there isn't much suspending. So it's almost like they have to be on the bottom there in all that timber.
And no, that's going to be mostly crappies.
Crappies, perch. I would assume that's probably where the Cisco are too.
Really? You don't think the Cisco's are just suspended out over open water?
Unless there's not very many Ciscos, because I mean, granted, we haven't really spent too much time over the open water yet.
How many Cisco's are on this lake?
Trolling's not really our forte.
No.
I don't know. I know there are Ciscos, and I know there's whitefish.
Do you think those fish transition like straight from spawn to now we're in June? They go right out to the whitefish and Cisco's?
I think the fish that feed on them year round do. You're going to have fish in the weeds. I mean, there will be fish shallow, smaller fish, adolescent fish, and the fish that spend their whole life.
I mean, there's going to be fish with home range and shallow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the majority of them, you're thinking, are going to be...
Unfortunately, yeah.
Basin fish.
Yeah, I think so.
Which we don't know right now.
We don't know. And it's... You can't judge the shallow weeds, the back bays on 2 days that were mile high skies.
Not
like
good.
You can't.
Yeah.
Weather trumps everything. It's just the way it is. And fortunately for you, you didn't have to be there for the 2 shit days.
Yeah.
But it's looking good tomorrow.
You think that over the last 2 days, if you would have fished somewhere like high density waters, it would have been shit?
High density. I mean, even on shit days, you can usually get a few fish to go if you're on them in certain like windows. There's always windows.
Yeah, but like a lake this tough is you're not gonna really see those windows. You gotta get lucky, which we did. I mean, we moved a couple fish.
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, working boat control is not easy out there. Like, I don't know how effectively I'm fishing when all of a sudden I'm in 2 feet of water and I was going from 18. Like, it's
the structure out there is crazy.
The structure out there is pretty crazy. I mean, it's awesome in a way. Like, it's unlike anything I've ever seen. I can't even really compare it to anything I fished.
Yeah.
And without a map of it, I mean, what do you do when you fish a new body of water? What's like one of the first things you do?
You look at a fucking map.
You look at a map.
Like, you're like, this looks good, this looks good. You got places to try.
Yeah. There is none of that. Like, you go out there and you have to create the map, basically. And that takes time, and that's what means you're fishing ineffectively, because some of these back bays, you think, oh, that'll be shallow weeds. Also, it's just a big bowl, like a 50-foot bowl.
Yeah.
Some of them, oh, that looks like a bigger bay. It's 4 foot across.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
And there's no way to know unless you go in there and map it all.
And you go across everything, because I'll even, like, there'll be half of it will be 4 foot, and then it'll have a nice tapered break on the other half of it.
Yeah.
But you don't know until you go over that exact spot. Like, it's not like you... Maybe side scan would tell you if you had that, but I mean, we don't have that.
Yeah. That being said, do you think that there's areas of that lake that provide what we need to have fish during this time of year be accessible to us?
Yes, for sure. In 2 days, I think I found 4, maybe 5 spots that it's gonna be a resident fish there always. Like, I don't know how many. I don't know if it's gonna be a concentration of them, but there's spots that I know will have a fish.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I didn't contact fish, you can just tell. Like, it's different. It's usually a combination of both. It's the shallow weedy flats adjacent to some decent structured open water, but not like super inclined shelf, I guess. It's more the bait. Like, there was a few spots where you had bait on the break. That's rare. I mean, it's hard to find. Like, I could not find very much activity from bait fish in that 6 to 20 foot range.
Right.
Well, like 8 to 20 foot range.
But you found some.
But I found some. Came full, like 3 spots. 3 spots, like spots on spot.
And you feel good about those spots?
Yep.
Okay.
Feel good about those spots. And one of those spots is where I moved that fish.
So that's pretty much what we got to go on, is that spot where you move that fish.
That, and where you move the fish at night. The problem is I don't know if the fish are in that shallow water all day long.
Right.
Is that a low light fish? Is that come up in that spot because of low light conditions? I don't know.
Yeah,
Or
and
is
like
he
the fish
sitting
that I moved was like a 38. So, yeah, she likes to pout.
Poor Sonny.
Poor Sunny girl.
Poor Sonny.
So yeah, I moved a 38, which, you know, there's gonna be some of those fish in the weeds.
Yeah. Yep. And the fish I moved, it wasn't a big one. It was
Yeah.
like a 40.
We need some feedback of real fish at some point. And tomorrow's the day.
Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow we will get feedback from... There's too many pike and bass in this lake, and I didn't catch anything in any of those today. I caught a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But it was just a really bad day today. Like,
and I knew it's like when I woke up and went to work, like it was bluebird and hot, just sun.
Following a cold front.
Yeah. But tomorrow is going to be overcast. I don't know if the pressure is dropping, but we have thunderstorms coming in.
Yep. It'll be pop-up thunderstorms all day because it's the warm front. It's low pressure.
It is low pressure.
Moving. It's not going to be the low right above us, but
at some point that pressure is going to start to drop.
Yeah. It's going to be, it's a day that you want to be on the water.
Yeah.
Like, we're lucky that we at least, I mean, you fish 5 days.
Yeah. Got 5. You got 5 total, like, full days.
5 days, one of those days is going to be good, and tomorrow's that day.
Yeah. which is going to be interesting because as we go through the day tomorrow and we still aren't doing shit, then we're have to like consider the fact that this lake is tougher than we thought.
Yeah, because you can't write it off from a couple bad days and shit weather.
You can't come out here for a couple hours and figure it out.
No,
there's no way.
No.
Like even one day out here.
No, I fished it last year for a day.
Mm.
Only scratched the surface.
That's what makes this lake cool.
Mm-hmm. It's also what makes it unpressured.
Right.
Because that's a pain. That's a pain in the ass. Fishing blind.
Yeah, and there's just not that many people around, like close enough to be able to come here often.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This Corona is delicious.
Gotta suck this thing down quick. I feel good about tomorrow. Is the plan to hit those spots that you found, or are we still gonna do some exploring? Because you've only probably been to about half the lake.
Yep.
Well, you covered some water the last 2 days.
Yep. I got a lot of it mapped out. I got a good, the whole section of the lake I haven't even touched. But
yep.
About half of it, I've looked in a lot of it. I've at least been through.
Do we just cross that section off for this trip in our minds?
Probably. Yeah, I would say so. Just because we have some stuff to work with, and we don't have that much time.
Yeah, at some point we gotta like focus on the spots we know.
Yeah,
the little data that we have and pound it and try to put a fish in the net.
It's a big lake. Like, I don't even know how many acres it actually is, but with all of those islands and bays, it's like spreads it out over way more total area if you don't actually count the acreage of the water. It's big. It's just too big. I think there's enough spots that are poundable spots where you can spend a couple hours on that spot.
Yeah.
So I think we just hit those spots tomorrow. Now, the problem is most of those spots are similar.
Right, so if none of them go,
then it might be a true open water bite right now this time of year.
Which sucks.
Which does not cater to casters.
It's totally possible in June.
It is. That's the Nick Day phenomenon.
Yeah. And we're not trolling tomorrow.
We're not trolling tomorrow
because it's good weather.
We're not trolling.
Yeah. We gotta pound it hard all day and accept the results that come from it.
Mm-hmm.
That lake is cool though, man.
It's about as cool as it gets. Pretty much all you can ask for in a musky lake, with the exception of partial to clear water.
Yeah, right.
It's not clear. Although the visibility is actually not that
bad. The visibility is pretty good.
It's just stained.
Yeah, it's just stained UP waters. Like, that's walking around my new world for the most part.
I just like that clear water too much.
It feels to me like we're in like that summer. We're starting to get into that summer transition. Like there's good weed growth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's plenty of weeds and it's green.
Water's starting to warm. Like
some of that pond weed's actually brown. It's burned out already.
What was the water temp today?
68 to 70.
Yeah, we're starting to get in that summer.
It's summer. It's past post spawn. It's now they're transitioning into their summer residence.
Fuck! I hope we catch the fish tomorrow.
Would be nice.
Nice thing is it's Friday.
We have 3 more days.
Yeah.
This is
just Friday.
I'm not down. I'm just burned. sunburned.
Mm-hmm.
I am excited to see because there's. I don't even want to talk about those spots specifically.
You ready for one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, Sonny.
How are you doing, Sonny?
You got itchy neck. You gonna fight off the bear tonight?
Bear in camp. Dude, that was so fucking hilarious.
I'll be honest, I was a little scared.
Were you?
Yeah. Fuckers started making noise back here, like on the camper, doing something. At least I'm assuming that was the bear.
It wasn't.
This is a raccoon trying to get in. He stuck around for a while too.
Really?
Yeah. Like I was
Dude,
having trouble sleeping.
those people in the tents, like, they could have an interesting night.
Yeah. Don't bring your food in the tent.
I probably should, when I told the guy that we had a bear in camp last night, I probably should have been quieter so his kids didn't hear it.
Kids probably like it. I would have liked it if I was a kid and there was a bear
I'm
around.
excited.
Yeah. I just remember hearing cans. It woke me up. It was probably like 12:30. Cans getting smashed or whatever, rustling around.
Yeah, I might have to batten down the hatches, close all these windows up.
No, he didn't come to the window.
Good.
I remember looking out, and I was looking out the window, and he didn't even I was making noise just by moving.
Yeah.
He didn't even fucking look at me.
No.
He's
probably been raiding this campground for the last 3 years.
He didn't even my cooler doesn't have anything, scratches or anything.
Your cooler was out.
The cooler was thrown off of the boat,
Mm.
but nothing else. So it was next to the boat on the ground, tipped over. But
Where did you get that cooler? Arctic?
Yeah, it's like a knockoff Yeti.
Yeah, but it's higher quality. It's not like
Oh no,
Walmart.
It's actually, if Bethany's telling the truth, the Yeti is and the Arctic owners were married and they divorced. So one of them's the woman and one of them's the dude.
Okay.
And so it's pretty much the same, but Arctic is undercutting Yeti because Yeti was the first one.
Yep.
So whoever broke off and did that, they're undercutting them, making them cheaper.
Yep. Which is what Walmart's got Ozark Trail that those coolers are fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he didn't chew on it or try to scratch it up or anything. He just threw it on the ground.
That's crazy.
There's jerky in it too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he probably couldn't. Maybe he didn't smell it. I don't know. That is a good beer. I drink a lot of those when.
Did you ever drink a Corona Light?
Yeah, I was drinking those in Florida.
How are they?
The same. You just sit by a pool and drink them.
Dude,
I just disappear.
Yeah, they're so easy to drink.
You put a lime in it. It's like, have you ever had Bud Light lime?
Yeah.
It tastes like piss. It's disgusting.
Dude, artificial lime flavoring.
But if you have a Corona and lime.
Yeah.
You know what I haven't had though? Is a lime in a Busch Light.
Let's try that out.
We're gonna have extra lives, I think.
I'm sure. What if it's the best?
It's the new Corona.
Yep. really sucked having to drive home and then work today.
That was just one night, right?
What, me? Yeah. Yeah, I got home at like 12:30.
Yeah, we didn't get off the water till 10.
Nope.
So after 10, it was like 10:20.
Yeah. Our time or Central Time?
Whatever this time is, I don't know what that.
Yeah. Central Time then.
Which
So
means it was 11:20.
11:30. Yeah.
Your time.
Dude, that drive to my house isn't that bad from here.
No, it's not. It's like an hour 15.
Yep. So I remember when I told you yesterday it was gonna be an hour and a half. I got here like just over an hour. That's like going to the upper chain from
me.
From you, yeah.
Even maybe not. It's like going to 6 Mile.
Mm. Yeah, 6 miles out there.
Girl. I wonder if you'd get along with Zeke.
No.
That could end very badly. Zeke doesn't have problems with female dogs though. He's mostly keeps his distance and learns his lessons.
She's actually pretty good with bigger old boy dogs, but she'll still fucking attack them. Like Ashley's friend Danielle has a big German Shepherd, and they get along great, but she's still going after him.
And he just like ignores her.
No, he whimpers. He's a bitch.
He's like, leave me alone.
Yeah. She's a crazy bitch.
Yep. Reminds me of Pershka. Tori's old dog.
Yeah.
It was a pit bull with a little bit of lab.
Oh man.
She was scary, but so awesome. Like when she was mad, she was scary. What?
Dude, this camper ended up turning out to be a pretty good buy.
It's paid off now?
No.
No.
Not even close. My boat's not even paid off. I owe just a little bit under $2,000 on the boat. Still.
The boat was 8?
Boat was 7.
7?
So I've taken a big chunk out of it. It's gonna be nice to have that fucker paid off and owned.
What's that payment?
$160 a month. You ever think about buying a new boat?
Mm-mm.
Why not?